Namaste and hello. Welcome, welcome. I've had a wonderful weekend. I spent a long time reading all of your mail, and it was really a great deal. It's always a pleasure and it's a lot of fun. I enjoy reading your comments about my hairstyle, and I'm pleased that you enjoy it. It wasn't very traumatic to cut my hair. It was just the right time and the right place and the right thing to do. Many of you commented on the fact that you feel a little frustrated that you only see this class once or twice a week. Well, there's not too much I can do about that. We are trying to make more classes, and hopefully, as the years progress, we'll have more and more classes for you. You enjoy the pace of this class, and I appreciate that. Lots of other little things, but men and women who get up at 6 o'clock in the morning out in Los Angeles, and how you kind of grin and bear it, and then you feel much better when it's through. So it's really wonderful to hear your comments. It really helps me. I do write a newsletter, and I sometimes will answer questions in a newsletter. And Margaret Bale wrote me a very interesting letter. She said some things that I just wanted to speak to. One was that I have practiced some of the asanas on and off the air for years. And then after watching your program, I realized that I had been doing them incorrectly. You know, it really isn't that you're doing things incorrectly, it's just that yoga has grown and deepened, and that's what contemporary American yoga means. We use anatomy, alignment of the body, much more awareness of how the body works in kinesiology, relaxation techniques that have a lot more scientific support to them. And so that is what you're seeing. You're seeing contemporary American yoga. And this is the way a lot of Hatha yoga teachers are teaching today, and very usable for your everyday life and extremely interesting. She said, I appreciate your taking the time to take apart the postures on how the hands and the feet and the head should move. And it was very gratifying for me, because sometimes television, I think I'm going too slowly. And yet it's very important to see how everything works. And that she said, I am attempting to correct my mistakes. Well, let me tell you, Margaret, there are no mistakes. There are mistakes. That means that you can do it over and over again. But as far as mistakes in a negative sense, not at all. There are mistakes. I wish that I knew that when I was growing up, and I didn't feel so terrible when I made a mistake. No, they're mistakes. Time to do it over again. And you'll take as long as you need to take to learn how to do it. And that's why I'm still here. I'm still learning and growing. And it is an exciting field for me also. Let's stand up. Keep the letters coming. Really do. Your letters are watched and read, and public broadcasting always counts them. Let's stand up, and we're going to start by some warming up from a standing position and do a little bit more, not holding posture statically, but movement that has the muscles of our body, helps them to work, to breathe, and it brings quickly a sense of feeling warmed up. So raise the arms above the head and stretch the day, no matter what kind of a day it is for you. Stretching it out the sides of your body, reaching with your hands, and maybe reach for a few high apples and reach and stretch. And if your body starts to yawn, go with it. It's your body saying, feed me. So let's do a nice yawn. Squeeze your eyes, open the mouth wide, and stretch and yawn. Oh, good sound, good sound. Squeeze your eyes, open the jaw. Ooh, I like good long sounds, a good exhalation. And then just lower your arms down and do a few shoulder rolls so we get the blood started in the chest area. You know, everything that we do to help us to bring energy into our body, just open the chest in some way. And just doing a few shoulder rolls helps to bring blood up to the chest area. And now again, raising the arms above your head, stretching up, and clasp your hands together and turn the hands inside out, and that's up to 12 o'clock, and let's stretch to your right first. It's just you go from 1 to 2, and then stretch the arms. Try not to lean forward, then back to center. Again, breath in up to 12, and then you go to 11, and to 10, And you might like to look under the arm and then back to center. Breath in again. And now into wood chopper. Bend your knees and folding forward. The hips go back and just bring the handle of the wood chop that you chop wood with between the feet. The knees are bent. This stretches out your back. Pull your shoulders down from your ears. Just bounce here just a little bit so that you can feel and be sure that your knees are not locked. Remember what? The knees are the safety caps of your back. So let's, on the in-breath, raise the arms above your head. Go slowly. Any dizziness, stop. Now exhale out with a the mouth forms the letter O, right straight through the feet. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Pull your abdomen in, inhaling up, exhaling, good strong exhalation, and again up, and exhaling out, and then put the hands on your ankles, your shin bones, the knees, back is rounded, and just a little bit of the lengthening of the back and rounding of the back and lengthening so that you're undulating the spine and you're bringing blood to the discs of the spine and it feels good. Anything that's sort of a non-aggressive movement, your body senses it. And then it opens. And then you can try more difficult postures. If you're really in touch with that feeling within your body, then let the hands come up your thighs and return back to Tadasana, your standing pose. And just close your eyes for a moment and exhale out and really feel that you're connected to the earth. Feel that you're breathing out through the bottoms of your feet. And it's an interesting image to feel that you're drawing energy from the earth, from the very center core of the earth, right up the legs and up the thighs, and maybe joining with this solar plexus, your sun center or power center. So it's something that I think about a lot, is this breathing through the feet and feeling grounded at other times during my day. Now I'm going to stand off of my mat because I want to do just a little bit of simple balancing, but wherever you are in your home is just fine. I find that balancing on a wooden floor, the use of a chair is just fine. And we're going to just start in your Tadasana, and shift your weight with your mind and your awareness. Shift your weight to the right foot, and lift up with your breastbone. Now the breastbone, I like the image that the breastbone is the bone of life, and if you lift it up, you receive energy. When it's contracted, it's the sign of depression, of no energy, lack of energy. So breastbone, sternum, lifted, shoulders down from your ears, and let just your arms hang as we balance in a stork pose. You've shifted the weight to the right foot, and you're going to lift the left knee up and then down. Now this looks very easy, and of course it is, but just keep your balance. And to do this effectively, I would say do 10 times. You're strengthening your thigh muscle. You're asking your thigh to move and not the motion. And all the little wobbles help you. If you're wobbling, rejoice. And just pause there and feel those little wobbles on the opposite foot. And then plant the feet. Those little wobbles are little muscles that are going help, 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 and then boom, they get real strong, and then you get real centered. And it just takes practice, but it's very helpful to know that. Let's shift the weight to the left foot. Up with the breastbone, arms are down. My gaze is on the floor. It's probably best not to look at me because I'm a moving object. No, you look at the floor, get something, your gaze comfortable at the floor. All right, but a long neck, and opposite knee up. That's my right knee up. And down. Now we did 6 times, but on your own practice, lifting up. You're breathing, and down. And I hope that's 3. And down. You're breathing as you're lifting. Use the quadricep to help you lift. Come up parallel to the floor. And down. The abdominals are being pulled up. And down, and think about the breastbone. Think about your ribs, lifting the contents of your ribs up as you hold in stork pose. You can do different things with your hands if you wish. And then hands down to the side. Good. Fun. Now, doing standing poses, sometimes you really feel those great big back muscles working for you. So let's just come forward. We'll do a forward bend from a standing position. Just come forward, forward, forward. Reach around, grab a hold of the back of your knees. Hold on to your elbows. And pull the ribs right into the thighs. And the thighs go into the ribs. And then bring the nose down towards your knees. Don't force anything. My knees are bent. And then I straighten them as I progress, pulling the arms down and down. Now do take care. If this is early morning for you, take care, listen to your body, bend the knees slightly, and just let your head hang like a piece of fruit. And then slowly coming up, coming up, coming up, up to your standing into Tadasana. Fine. Now let's sit down and as I'm talking, perhaps you could do a warm-up that you would enjoy, but we're going to do some hand balancing and some strengthening of the hands. And what I don't want us to do is to, whenever you do plank pose or dog pose, I don't want us to jam the weight into the wrists. What we want to do is to keep the weight. Remember that you have that joint and you have this finger to help you, the little finger. Remember the middle finger that you're pressing down. And that you have this curve, this strong half-moon curve of the hand, and that you can use the full hand. And when I say hand open like a star, that's what I mean. They say you have 30 pressure points in the center of your hands. Use them. Even if I don't know what a pressure point means, I like the sound of that. So stretch out your hands now, and now clench them together and stretch them out, and clench them together and stretching out, and clench them together and stretch out. All the little muscles that we use and are being used here. And one more time. Good ones to do in the shower or in the bathtub. All right, now we're going to use our hands and come into the downward facing dog. Downward dog, we've done this before, and perhaps if you just joined us this time, it's very easy and it's fun. We do it many times, and we'll first start in mecha pose. It's a nice stretch. First, just come onto your knees and sit and stretch with one arm way out in front of you. And feel that whole side of your body stretch out. And then stretch the other side out. Take your time, and then reach and stretch and stretch and reach. If this is excruciating for your knees or uncomfortable for the knees, sit on a pillow. Keep reaching and stretching, and now keep the hands where they are and open them up in about a little bit beyond what I would say shoulder width. Keep them where they are as you come up onto your knees. And this gives you that really almost perfect measurement for your body and downward facing dog. Turn the toes under. Let's stretch the toes, pushing back into the toes. And then straighten the knees. And as you do this, you're lifting the hips up. Become aware of the half moon of the hand, the middle finger, the little finger, that joint, so that you're using the power points of your hand. Now, bend your knees just slightly. And the hips pull away. Pull your shoulders down from your ears. You're breathing, and let's do one heel to the floor. The other knee is bent. And you're breathing, and then change the other heel. The other knee is bent, and change. And change. Fine, come onto the knees and rest in pose of a child if you would like, and just pause, maybe turn just to watch here. Because now from your dog pose, I will come up into my dog pose. I'm going to then turn my toes so that they're pointing left, and I'm going to place weight on my right hand and then turn towards you. And then I'm going to balance in a side plank pose. So why don't you just come in now into your dog once again. Measure, come up into dog pose. Fine, now lower your hips to your plank pose. That means that you're not sagging in the middle and that you're feeling the full power of your hands. And then turn your toes so that they point left. Keep your the left hand in front of you, and then just turn towards me. All right, and then release and just put the free hand, that's my left hand, left shoulder up to the ceiling, and look up to the ceiling. Good, let's go back to the plank pose and go in the opposite direction. The toes point right. Get your balance, and then right shoulder up to the ceiling. Turn and look up to the ceiling. Go back to your 5 body straight, and if you'd like to try one more time, turn toes left, place left hand to thigh, and then just going down so the hips lightly touch. I just skim the floor, and then push up again, and there are all sorts of different variations you can do. Back to your 5 body straight. Now remember the hands, that you're not thrusting the weight into your wrists. Turn. Once you get your balance, slowly go down. Keep practicing this. It will get stronger as you proceed. Back up to your side plank, and then perhaps a variation. You're continuing with your breath into the 5 body straight position, and then come down and relax. Open your knees up. The frog pose, open them up as far as you can. That's moderately comfortable, because then you're going to come down onto your elbows. And you're going to just turn the cheek for a moment, and you're going to breathe in and exhaling out, and just sink between the knees. And as you progress, you can open the knees up more. Remember that your toes are touching and your chest goes to your floor. And just hold for a moment, breathing comfortably and sinking into the shoulders and sinking into your chest. And then come back up, and come back up. Draw the knees together. And now, let's, if you will, just lie down on your back, and I'm going to have the back of my head towards you. And you might like to watch for a moment. We're going to do pendulum leg swing, and we're going to also do a power heel. And before we do that, let's just massage the back. So we have a nice twist going on, side to side and side to side. This massages the sacrum, all the little pressure points in your back. And now extend your legs above your head and just applying a little bit of pressure. We can do here a space walk. We haven't done this in a while, as the legs go back and back and back, and your feet go back. I'm looking right there at my toes, and I'm keeping the legs straight in a space walk. Now hold the ceiling up with the heels of your feet, and slowly, this is my right foot. I'm going to drop my right foot down to right hand, and notice that power foot on both heels are extended, and the good stretch in the inner thighs. And now use your inner thigh muscle, the muscle, not the motion, to help you come back up to the ceiling. Keep your belly area very steady as you slowly lower down, left hand towards the left foot towards left hand, a nice stretch. You're breathing comfortably, it's very relaxed. And now use your inner thigh muscle to help you slowly raise the left leg up. Good. Now the power heel is both legs down, and if you just looked at your screen for a moment, you would see that my right heel is leading the left, and there's lots of control coming from the heel as both feet touch. Turn and look over your opposite shoulder and breathe in, grow the arms, and exhaling out. Now if you're just starting, if you're beginning, open your feet up, and then let's bring both feet up to the ceiling. And now both feet slowly down to the opposite side. Slowly down, use your power feet, power heels, both shoulders to your mat. Bend your knees if you feel that you're straining. Please, no straining. How are you doing? Good. All right, breath in, grow, and now open your feet if you need to, and come up. We're going to do one more time down, keeping everything very stable in the shoulders. And now come down. For my experienced students, just hover there. Hover. Do not touch the floor, and then come up slowly up. And then coming down, and if you're just new, bring both feet down and open the legs up. Otherwise, hover, use the stretch of the lateral muscles in the ribs, and then come up, come up, come up, come up. Very good. Drawing the knees into your chest and just roll over onto your side. Just roll over onto your side, put the top hand to the floor, and come up to a seated position. Very nice. Very good. Hold on to your toes now for a moment. You're going to breathe in and exhale out with a and pull your abdominals in. And now sniffing breath up. Sniff. Step up with your breath. And exhale out with a out, out. Toxins out, tiredness out. And good. Exhale now out. And we'll go down to the right knee. And then inhaling up, do a little sniffing breath up. This sniffing breath gives you energy. And then down to the other side. And sniffing breath again up. Fine, exhaling out, long, slow exhalation out. And then just place one hand to the floor and raise the opposite arm up. And stretch, this is to my left. Fine, back to center. And then the other hand to the floor, one arm up to the ceiling, reach up and exhale to the opposite side, and then back to your center. And now let's set up a twist. We're going to set a twist that is enjoyable for you. If you know a more difficult twist to do, fine. And if you've just joined us, do something like I am doing, which is I have my ankles crossed, and I'm going to place we're going to go first to the right. So you're going to place your left hand to the right knee. All right? And we're going to then twist to the right, and then we'll be twisting to the left. So hold on, hand to the left knee, and just close your eyes for a moment, and just breathe very, very comfortably. Pause for a moment in your seated twist pose. Close your eyes and visualize, feel the space around you. And then slowly twist the torso right. And imagine that you are moving your body into that emptiness. The body breathes itself, no anticipation. And now bring a quality of emptiness into your right shoulder. And explore how far up and down and around your shoulder can move. And then place the right hand behind you, thumb points towards the spine. Let your arms now become like ornaments on a tree. And now take your awareness to the feeling in the neck area and bring that feeling alive. The feeling now moves your head to the right and then center and then left and then return center. And then explore how far right you can go without any reaction. And now release the posture slowly and reverse the twist left. Eyes are closed and begin to feel the space around you. Become aware of the feeling within your torso. And let this feeling move the torso left into the emptiness. No anticipation. The body breathes you. And now explore the quality of emptiness in the left shoulder. No goals. Just exploration. And then place the left hand to the floor, arms hanging like ornaments. Bring the feeling of the neck alive and allow the feeling to move the head left and center, right, and then center again, not knowing the end of your final destination left. And now release the posture and return to sitting pose. Eyes are closed, and observe the body. Enjoy this moment. Be like an architect and explore the body as if walking from room to room through a house that you've never visited before. Feel the space around the body and how the posture has acted within you. Open globally to the feeling of the entire body. Borderless, expanded, one with the moment, one with stillness. Thank you so much for joining me in class today. I greet you with Namaste and I say au revoir with Namaste. Until the next time.